right, here's your first keyword of the day. 4 times a day, we give you a keyword. 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. The keyword changes. The text number stays the same. It's all to try and get you back to the Eras Tour. If you got to enjoy her here in Houston, she's not coming back. Maybe you didn't get to see her here in Houston. It'll be your first time you get to see her. So here's how this works. You and your bestie could win one of 3 trips to see her on the Eras Tour this fall. It includes round-trip airfare, 2 nights hotel, $500 spending cash, and, of course, 2 tickets to the show. The first keyword of the day is the word speak.
Speak.
For speak now. Speak. SPEAK. Send that right now to 95819. 95819. That is the text number to enter for a chance to win. The word is speak. The next text keyword comes to you at 11 a.m. with Sam.
Yep.
And then another one at 2 p.m. and another one at 5 p.m. Now, I get it. We're talking about the eclipse today because it's the only day we're going to talk about it until 2044. So you got to wait another 20 years for the Roula and Ryan show to hit you with all the facts.
We'll be on 42
years. 20 years.
Yeah, why not? There are some
Why
people-
not?
What would you say is probably the longest show that's lasted on radio like that? You think we could do 42?
42 years?
Do you want to?
I don't know.
You want to get up there?
Hey, it's Roula and
Well, the older we get, the
Roses.
earlier we're going to wake up. It won't be as hard.
That's true. Good point.
Well, I'll be like in our 70s.
Ryan's already telling the same stories
like-
every other day, so what's the difference? We won't know. We'll forget.
Kevin Quinn, who does the afternoons here with Audrey Rose, is going to be in Kerville, Texas, in the direct path of totality to see the eclipse today. You can follow us on all KRBE socials to see the full experience as the moon completely covers the sun. And, you know, how you can...
He'll be in an area where, like I said,
They
It
can see
actually
it,
is going to be clear.
I saw
and-
his. Just follow him on KRBE, and you can see his. Did you see the back of his vehicle filled with like a big box?
Doomsday
It looked like
prepper
a-
stuff?
Yeah, I don't know what was in there. He had tons of food, but also this big box. I don't know if it was full of it was a telescope or knowing him, you know how he is. He's worse than me when it comes to.
Oh, he probably
gadgets.
bought a brand new telescope that's specifically for
the
eclipse
eclipse.
viewing.
Which
and
they say do
Go to
not,
Costco, is he
do
gonna
not
return it?
look into a telescope.
Well, I mean, he's got the special kind. It's
Yes.
like-
Yeah.
This
Okay.
box looks
For
like the
that.
kind you see in the movies where it's like a rocket launcher in it.
wow.
Those type of boxes.
And he agreed to come on the show here either at 8:40 or 9:20, whichever time
Sweet.
you want
Well,
to
that's
talk
fine.
about it.
So it starts at 12:14. The max time is 1:36. It ends at 2:55. And things that you need to know are fact or not. Now, pregnant women, are you going to be affected by this? According to NASA's website, I'm telling you straight from NASA because we can tell you other things, but I guess NASA is going to make you listen. If you are pregnant, you should not watch the eclipse because it can harm your baby.
Yeah.
No,
No.
that
It
is
gives
a
you cleft lip.
falsity. That is bullcrap.
I don't know.
It is a false idea that harmful radiations are emitted during a total solar eclipse and it's going to harm you. No. Will an eclipse poison any food that you're trying to prepare while it's happening? No. It has nothing to do with what you're putting in your salad.
But maybe you're not paying enough
Or your
attention.
stew.
You can make a bad meal because you're not really paying attention to
You're
what the
so
ingredients.
distracted
Yeah.
by the eclipse.
You keep looking out the window. Looking
It's
out.
just a bad cook blaming the eclipse.
I'm going to blame my dinner last night on this solar eclipse.
Yeah, right. Here's why it was bad.
Mark's like, why was dinner so bad? Because the solar eclipse, Mark.
Wait, your husband literally said, "Why was dinner so bad?"
No, but I wouldn't be surprised.
You know, my husband will say, "What did you think about that fish?"
And you'll be like,
Oh, he spins
that's
it
right,
around.
yeah.
And you can't say it's interesting because that's the word for it wasn't
Interesting.
good.
There are two words. You know a meal
Basic.
sucks when somebody says
That's real interesting.
different
No, I always say,
That's it, not good.
or interesting.
or I will say, well, I wasn't really that
Interesting.
excited about it. I wasn't excited.
Is that the word I
You never want to hear different or interesting.
I've been more excited about other dishes you've made.
Didn't hit the right note.
You didn't hit the right note.
Oh, dear.
the right flavor palette?
Could the eclipse interrupt your cell service today because of all the things happening? Well, there is a partial yes to that. A partial yes. Hello. Not the eclipse itself because the eclipse is happening, but an influx of tourists along the path of totality could overwhelm the cell towers in some spots.
How
It's
bad
like
is the
when you-
traffic today? Do we know?
Say it again?
Where?
Like the traffic going to San Antonio and going to Kerville, wherever it's at?
Kerville's about 4.5 hours from here, I guess.
Because they kept saying the traffic is going to be so bad.
Because people are going that
Everyone's
direction.
leaving like this morning.
Well, a handful of people are going to get to brag about seeing the eclipse from 30,000 feet because Delta scheduled a flight from Austin to Detroit that aligns with the path of totality. So the whole path.
That'd be fun.
The last few seats sold for more than $1,100 for one
I don't
way.
want to see it that bad.
Cool,
But it's only on one side of the plane,
that's what I'm saying.
right?
The other people
Oh,
were
man,
like,
how much would that suck?
this sucks.
I bought tickets on the wrong side of the plane. Damn it.
Well, obviously, it's going to
see.
be on the left side of the plane, right? You know, as you're facing the cockpit.
What direction are they
They were all
flying?
going to sound like Sarah Jessica Parker on that
Oh,
side.
yeah. Can we hear her again? This from 2017.
That's even worse.
She
You
was
gotta
so
hear it.
shocked at how she reacted to the
It's
eclipse.
happening, you guys. It's happening. Oh my God, there it is. There it is. Oh my God. This is the most spectacular, unimaginably perfect, beautiful, humbling. It's so extraordinary.
And then there are people
Oh,
like
man,
me,
that's
like I'm
awesome.
just like, well, that's different. And that's about it. You know?
The
I'll
path
watch
of
it on
totality,
5
guys.
o'clock news. I'll see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, because you won't see it.
The path of totality is something we're
Kevin,
not
I
going
know
to be
that's
in
your
it.
nap time.
I was like, oh, thank God.
It'll be darker for you.
If you like being like cheesy into dad jokes, well, let me tell you that the path of totality is going to be perfectly crossing over the city of Shadowland, Texas,
Shadowland. It's cool.
Moon, Oklahoma, Corona, Missouri, Sun Valley, Ohio, Moon Beach, New York, and Eclipse Island in Canada.
Well, yeah, because it's going to go all the way. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
That's why they built the island.
That's right. Actually, the explorers saw the eclipse there in 1766. That's why they named that the island. So let's see. What's the last thing we wanted to share with you guys about the eclipse?
Accidents for sure. 31% more accidents happen.
You'll see the
Is that because
signs
they're trying to look at the
on the highway that
Yeah.
say, do not stop for the eclipse or pull over on the highway.
I'll say, what do you say? Hey, dummy.
Dummy, get off the dang road.
Oh, well, how about this? This is actually a fun fact that I
You're going to
just
run into
saw.
those people with the blue bonnets taking photos.
Oh my gosh, with the snakes and the blue blinds,
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
realize
yeah.
I got a snake bite. Okay, so you know everyone loves to take, can't talk. Everyone loves to take great pictures, and you
Yes.
want to make sure you look your best in those pictures.
Yeah.
And everyone knows the color that looks best on you. Like I can't do pales, like I can't do like soft yellow and pale green. I'm more like a royal blue type, like
Well, you're very
gemstone
light-skinned
tone.
person.
Vibrant color.
Vibrant colors.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are good and bad colors to wear during an eclipse.
Uh-oh.
Red and green stand out in low lighting and look best in photos. Black, white, gray, and brown are the worst colors to wear today if you're trying to take pictures in the
Uh-oh,
eclipse.
Sam.
Great.
That's what you like to wear?
What's my whole color scheme?
Everything I have is
I'm wearing black right now.
I have white and navy on.
I got bright.
So
Yeah.
Who's
Yours
wearing
fessed up
red and
today.
green unless it's Christmas?
Fuchsia? What is that color?
Fuchsia?
that is no, that's
I would
like a
say your shirt-
periwinkle,
I
like
would say lilac.
lavendery, lilac-y, purpley.
It's Eastery.
Yeah. My
like
mom just got
purple?
her nails that color. You guys are matching. Super cute, Eric. You're so trendy.
But Sam, do you know this?
You know
Do
who
you
this
like-
guy is?
Yeah,
who's it?
Albert Einstein.
Oh yeah.
All right.
It says stay weird, and it's Albert Einstein. Sam, do you know what your color
Can you
is?
spell Einstein?
Shut up. Is that a girl thing, or do you
Wait.
guys what your color is? Like, what's your best looking color? Like the color you look the best in.
No.
You don't know that?
You've never had your colors done?
No, I
colors?
haven't. I don't like bright colors. So even if it would look good
So
on
you're
me, I
beige.
still wouldn't wear it.
You're beige.
Yeah, I'm
mom.
a beige mom.
Beige
I mean, look at
mom.
my kid. He wears beige too.
beige baby.
Yeah,
you don't
beige
have like
baby.
red pants or anything? And
I could
You
do
love that checkerboard
I could
brown
do
and
fine.
white.
Oh, yeah.
pants.
You
She
try
has
to
pants. She has
pass
her
that off
baby
as
has
Christmas
a
pants.
yeah.
We're all
They're
dressed
my
up.
cinnamon pants.
I remember when we were all dressed
Why
up for the
did you
Nutcracker
hate
event.
my outfits
And
so
it's like-
much?
because we were all themed.
Because we were all themed to
I
Christmas, and
was
you were trying to.
themed.
That was not Christmas.
That was UT colors.
That
She
was
tried to
Yeah.
make it
Oh,
cinnamon
no.
pants.
You had
We're
like
okay.
Longhorn pants on.
I ordered them off Amazon and they said they
You got them
were
off
red.
Wish.
And
That's
they
not
were
red.
not red.
They
But
were
my
orange.
shirt was a Christmas
Did your eyes
Australian
get burned by the
Shepherd.
last eclipse? That was not red. That was brown.
It said online that it was red, y'all.
You had checkered pants and a dog shirt. That was not
But
Christmas.
Misty was the dog with a Santa tree and she was wearing a Santa hat. How is that
Santa
not
tree.
Christmas?
I think the pants.
the
They
pants
get
are
past
just
the
so
pants.
distracting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it left this long impression on you. My fun checkered pants will never go.
Sometimes,
cinnamon is
sometimes
your
fails
color.
do leave a lasting impression.
Cinnamon is your color.
Like, cinnamon's my color? Okay, I like it. I told you, Amazon said it was a different color, and then when I got them, they were a little more
I'll get you back
orange
there.
than red.
Sometimes they do burn you.
Yes!
Like, I mean,
Burn orange you.
Yeah, exactly. I thought they were a different shade, y'all.
If you get invited to a UT alumni game watching party,
Yeah, you gotta wear
those
that right in.
Wear
pants.
those?
You'll fit
Okay,
right in.
perfect.
Put Santiago in that little overall outfit you
I
bought for
love his
him
little
with his Vans.
checkers.
Put your dog in it.
I
You can just
can't.
be
I
checker
love it.
mom.
oh, speaking of dogs, they say, do you have to worry about your pets,
Oh, yeah.
looking into the sun? They're like, no. They're
Your
smarter
pet's
than
not.
us. They, for the most part, won't be looking up at the sun. My dog does not ever just, sometimes she does sunbathe. She'll just lay out in
No, they might like
the
the heat,
backyard.
but I don't see him looking up or her.
No, they're not
No.
looking at the sun.
Misty was like not having it this morning. You could tell like something was off.
You know, there's
She just kept following me around.
somebody's putting goggles on their dog. You know it.
Oh, yeah.
Right, there'll be that dork that's walking around with goggles.
Like swim
No, I
goggles.
wouldn't do
Some
that.
dogs like those. I have swim goggles for Misty.
No, you
Remember
do
when we went on the
not.
boat, Kev, and I tried to put the goggles on Misty
Yeah, that
with her life jacket?
Yeah, that's fail.
Wait a second.
You have never seen this picture?
Hold up. My
Why
mind
is if she
being
gets
blown.
water in her eyeballs, Roula?
I thought you were like talking about throwing her overboard and seeing what she's going to see underwater. Like, why does the dog need goggles?
Yeah, why does she do that?
Why does the dog need goggles?
Hold on.
The
Why
doggy
does the
paddle.
dog
They're
need
going to be.
goggles?
Because she could get water in her eyeballs.
You got to worry more about water in the ears.
What's wrong with what?
She's going to get water in her eyes.
She doesn't know how to close her eyes
We're all
like we
getting
do.
splattered by water.
You got to worry more
But
about
for some reason, Misty's
water
eyes
getting
can't
in
have
her
that.
ears.
Misty
When I
can't
watch
have...
my dog, he closes his eyes.
Yeah.
Aww.
They're smarter than us.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You know those watch places?
Some of us.
This dog is going to just close her
Shut up.
eyes.
It was the cutest thing ever.
Looking for
Only
this
to
photo.
you.
I got to see this photo
Thank
now.
you.
It's. I have it like on a reel, but I need an actual photo.
Okay, while you
People
look for
remember-
that, let's
people
move
remember
on to
her
the
pants.
next.
Yeah, those are the Purina
The Purina
dog
dog
chow.
They did look like dog chow.
You guys
Purina
attacked
puppy
me
chow logo.
so hard on that day.
Purina checkers. Okay.
You
All right, coming
are
up next.
haters.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are single and dating and posting pictures on a social media website that's going to help you find a date, what is one of the biggest mistakes that men make on this website, on
Wearing
their online
checkered
profile?
pants.
Yeah, don't wear those pants.
The Purina pants. It is not. The number one mistake is not posing with another woman in your profile picture, although we've already covered that. Don't do that.
Wearing a wedding ring?
Because why would you pose with another woman if you are a single man trying to find a single woman?
Stupid.
That is dumb. But we will
Although-
reveal next what is a huge mistake men are making on their online dating profiles and more. Coming up next on The Roula and Ryan Show.
It's the Roula and Ryan Show. So we've covered the eclipse quite extensively this morning.
We'll do
In
a little
case
bit
you
more.
missed it, there's one happening today.
Yeah.
We'll talk to Kevin Quinn
Living under
because
a rock.
he's out and about. He's right.
He's going to be in the epicenter.
Yeah.
Kerville.
Totality.
Kerrville, Texas.
Totality. Totality.
Reminds me
Okay,
of what's that game? Fatality. What is that?
that's a game?
There's a game called Fatality.
No, the game when you kick their butt when you fight.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat. That's
Mortal
it.
Kombat.
Yeah.
Fatality.
They do that fatality. No, they do that. In
Oh,
the,
they say
in
it.
the game. Yeah.
Oh,
When
okay.
you kill somebody in the game?
Yeah. the game's fun.
Fatality.
Oh. Well, switching gears, a lot of people have profiles looking for someone to be their companion, their mate, somebody to go enjoy an Astros game with, maybe, have a beer with, find a brewery,
Company.
Oh yeah.
get drunk with,
Yeah.
make out with.
Yeah, making out's good.
Hooking up.
Anyway, there's a new study that says men are making a huge mistake on their online dating profile. Now, in the past here on the Roula and Ryan Show, we've absolutely put the spotlight on how dumb you choose your picture. How dumb are you to choose a picture where it's you and another person that is maybe your BFF, because then the girl doesn't know which one you are, or you and another person of the opposite sex. If you are a single male looking for a single female and you put a female in your profile picture, you're an idiot, because why would she click that?
Or
Like,
you're dumb
who
if
is
you-
this girl in
Or
the
if you put
picture?
another guy in there.
But that's
Yeah,
what
they
I'm saying.
don't know
You
which
don't know which
one.
one you are.
Yeah, then,
But
especially if you're not the attractive
maybe
one.
they're using the mentality, because I mean, a lot of us guys, we can relate. It's like when we were single and completely alone, nobody would give us the time of day. And the second we started dating somebody, then all of a sudden we started getting like interest. some
Well,
hits.
the mistake that this story is about talking about sports too much. Now, how sexist is this? It says here, the idea is that men should add more diverse interests that would appeal to more women than just sports. Like what? Women don't like sports? Haven't we proven that women love
So
sports?
what if you want to date someone that likes sports?
Right. I mean,
So just
why
pretend
would
like you don't like it?
act like you don't like sports, and then you meet somebody who has no interest in sports,
Like my-
and then you're like, okay, well, this is boring.
My wife loves. We'll watch sports all the time together, and especially like the Astros and Rockets and football. But my sister-in-law hates that stuff. Never watches it with her husband. I'm like, phew,
says
so
if you-
happy to have someone that wants to
Yeah,
watch
it
with
is
them.
fun. I love
Especially 'cause
watching
it takes
sports with
hours
my
to
husband.
watch.
Yes, we get totally into it together. We've gone to ball games together and done all this. I mean, I love watching sports with my husband because we both are like, like this. In the story, it says that if you're trying to stand out to a potential partner, you should include a diverse set of hobbies and interests, including ones that might appeal more to another person or that you'd like to do with that other person. The top 5 interests for men are football or soccer, sports in general, lifting weights, bars, and comedy. Meanwhile, the top 5 interests for women are travel, music, movies, coffee, and walking. Are you kidding me? Walking.
That's
Well, I'm
hilarious.
going to go out and take walks.
Long walks in the
Prince.
beach.
You do see a lot of
It's gonna
women
be a
walk more
Prancer.
than
you
men.
do.
I
Like
look
when I'm out
around.
on the trail, I'm like the only dude out there. It's all women walking.
Walking.
Drinking coffee?
I'm not
drinking coffee,
Like a Seinfeld
but I'm
thing?
just
Women
doing it for the
walking?
cardio.
And
that's
they
all.
do acknowledge in the article the results may seem a little sexist, but apparently they're based on the actual profiles on Tinder in particular. So it is a quote fact that male singles are more obsessed with sports than their female singles on Tinder and more intrigued by the arts and long walks on the beach.
Now, Sam, your husband loves sports, right?
Right.
You like sports a lot.
Right.
So
But can you imagine if you didn't like sports?
would it be weird if you didn't like sports? Would
Yeah,
you?
no.
Or if he didn't?
If he didn't like sports, that'd be weird. We probably wouldn't have dated anyways.
You got to have a shared common interest.
Yeah, no.
Now,
We needed an
I Googled
athletic
this
dude.
and I was looking on statistics.com. It says 48% of men love sports in America, but only 19% of women can say the same.
Listen, if I was still single
It's like that
and
in
I went
history.
on a
They
date
don't like history either.
and
Women-
a guy told me on a date, oh, I don't know. I didn't really watch the Astros with the World Series. I can't even tell you.
You
who
think
they
he's less
played.
of a man because he's not into it?
I'm out. I've tapped out.
Really?
If you don't know who Jose Altuve is or Jordan Alvarez, I'm out. I can't. I can't. I could not. That is a Houston event. That is a huge Houston event. I wear the sash. I welcome you to the city. That's my thing. If I was a single girl and I went on a date with a guy and he told me he was totally spaced out, spaceball clueless when it came to one of the biggest championships we had recently in the city, I'd be like, well,
But
sucks
he
to
could
be
be,
you.
and then he
I'm
could be
gonna
that way
move on.
dating you, and you don't know anything about, like, say, Game of Thrones or House of Dragons or
Okay,
that world or Renaissance Festival.
But this is like a local news story that you had to be living under a rock to not know that the Astros won the World
A lot
Series.
of people don't like watch the news and stuff. Some people are in their own
I
world.
don't
Right,
use
now you're from-
technology.
I could see that World Series,
You're not
but
from-
having to know all these players and stuff, it's like that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
You've not heard of the name Jose Altuve?
I
Kev?
have,
See?
I have,
So you're fine.
but
That's our job also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
A
still,
lot of people
that's-
don't.
But why is it not okay that I would shun him? That's my choice, right?
Right.
Just
that's
like
what you're into.
You want to shun somebody who can't make
It's
a
just
dragon
sad
lady
because
noise, Sam.
You
Yeah.
could miss
Uppity.
it could be a great guy, and you're missing an opportunity. You could teach him about that. sport.
Yeah. Over
but you could
one
say the
small
same thing about like
Anything, right?
anything.
As I was trying to say,
Right.
Yeah,
I can teach you about
absolutely.
Game of Thrones. I
He
can teach
only
you.
loves going to the orchestra
Oh, well.
and not
I thought you
sporting
said
events.
orca show.
Orchestra.
What is
Watching the
that?
wheels.
A symphony.
The orca show.
An orchestra, the symphony, like that's like his go-to.
I don't mind that. Ballet, that's one I can't do.
I know. I really want
But
to.
that's all she did, and
Yeah,
she
that'd
didn't
be
like
tough.
sports,
Unless she wasn't.
and she didn't drink. Also, like there's a lot of I think you know what I mean.
It doesn't
Everybody-
drive her.
I'm the idiot that went to the ballet and asked my friend what they don't talk. And then she's like, no. I
Is
go,
it
they
allowed
seriously
to?
don't talk?
They hear you?
I said it in the middle of the word, though.
Where's the
I said,
dialogue?
so what? They don't talk?
No.
And then she goes, what? I go, they're not going to talk at all? And she goes, no. They don't.
It's
They
the
just
music and the
dance,
performance.
Roula.
Is it a storyline to ballet?
It's a
There is a
storyline.
storyline,
Yes.
yes.
I know
Yes.
the Nutcracker one.
It's kind of like there's something about the silence. I mean, music, I love music. But even when I was a kid, my mom rented us Fantasia from Blockbuster when I was a kid. And I was like, within 10 minutes when Mickey Mouse, nobody had talked. I was like, this sucks. Where's the next one? Can we put on like Fox and the Hound or something?
There's no dialogue.
Where's
Tom
Aladdin?
and Jerry didn't have it.
I can't.
They didn't, but it was also funny because there's extreme violence in it.
Well, there's something different about Tom and Jerry. It wasn't all music. It was sound effects and I
You
don't
just
know why that
laugh.
didn't
We were
affect
little
me the
kids. I
same
remember
way.
one where what's that weapon called? It's got the ball with the spikes on
It's
it.
a mace.
A mace.
Yeah.
And Jerry hit Tom in the head, and he had a red hole in the top of his head, and then he pulled it out and put a cork in and hammered it into his head. I mean, we were laughing our butts off as kids at that.
I just saw that new Godzilla versus King Kong, and I would say
How was that?
60% of that was no talking. It was all
all
like
action?
grunts and action and fighting and swinging.
Let me read this text to you guys because I'm going to say, yes, that's correct. If you want to be a bandwagon fan, be a bandwagon fan. I don't care as long as you're spending money and supporting the team. So one person says, so your Rula's going to shut down a guy who doesn't know any of the Astros players, but she said she didn't know any of the Astros from the 2001 season. Well, that was 23 years ago. I
good run.
wasn't in it then.
You lived in Philly for like 4
Yes,
years.
I lived in Philadelphia
I was
then.
gonna
My
say.
first ever MLB game was a Phillies game because I'd never been to an Astros game because my parents never thought to take us to one. Ever. I'd never been to a Major League
I
Baseball
never
game.
understood the one where people like right now people are saying that about the Texans. All right, time to jump on the bandwagon because we're going to be good.
Well, hey,
And
they'll
some
take
people
your
are
money. Bandwagon money is just as good as regular fan money.
Isn't that the whole thing? You want more fans.
Right.
You want to take fans away from the Cowboys.
and it's
you want
fun
more
when
fans.
we're winning. You want to go see the games when we're winning, not when we're losing.
Yeah, when they're more exciting. Here's what I learned from going to the Astros games when we were in the 100+ loss seasons. I hated being in Minute Maid
You
Park
had to
when there
allow
were
them.
more fans for the opposing team than for our guys.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It irritated the ish out of me because I just was like, why am this is ridiculous. Like, how rude are you guys? But I was just mad because nobody was actually rooting for our guys. They were rooting for the other ones to beat them.
I don't think it's fair either. Why, if you put out a crap product, why should we have to eat the crap sandwich and go to it and pay attention to it?
Right.
Like the Rockets, they tanked for 3 years in a row, and now they're telling you that the last 2 years.
Give me something good to watch. I'll be
They've
there.
been fun to watch, and next year, the year after, they're going to be really.
But then there are people.
Good. But for those 2 or 3 years, it's like when you have that many losses, only 10 wins a year, you don't even care. You're tanking.
You're just
but there
going
are
to get
some people that
still want my money.
are loyal to the core all the time. It's just like the same thing with music. Maybe there's an artist out there, and you've loved them for years, but now all of a sudden they have become they exploded. It became huge.
I can't follow them now.
And they're like, oh, God, I was with them when nobody knew who they were or knew
Well,
who
that's
she was.
okay. I feel
and guess
like-
what? The artist doesn't care. No artist wants to be unknown.
I get so excited if there's something that I know about that becomes mainstream. I'm like, oh my God, this is so awesome. Everyone knows this now.
There's a guy last night at WrestleMania I was watching, and Ahmad knew who he was. I didn't know this. What was his name? High Speed?
Speed. I show Speed. He's like one of the biggest streamers in the world.
He was he was a mascot in his prime outfit, like that Logan Paul owns.
Okay.
And he opened up his hood. Like that was the big surprise to this wrestler. I'm like, okay,
I don't know
this guy.
You don't know who the guy is.
I got beat the crap out of him. Like I went online and like, oh my God, it's
Why
him,
should I be
it's him.
excited?
I'm like, oh man, I don't.
He's huge.
I don't watch
He's
Twitch.
huge. He does just random crap on Twitch.
He does
like,
what we do.
Yeah, like
But he's got like
he would try the spicy toothpaste. He would, eat a chamoy pickle, just random crap.
yeah.
Who's the guy?
But I'm like, what the hell? I didn't.
There's
this guy.
I was watching the Logan Paul did a video. It was on Instagram. I think it was on Friday. And it just kept showing up on my feed over and over again. Him punching one of his friends. Like he's I don't know
Was
who
he
the
going to
guy
fight Mike
is.
Tyson? Because he's going to fight Mike
yeah. Well,
Tyson. That's
yeah,
why.
but
Logan
he-
Paul.
but he-
Oh, it's Jake.
Jake.
Was it Jake?
Jake or Logan? I don't know
Jake
which
is
one
fighting
is.
Tyson. Logan's
They look so much
he's in
alike.
the
They look,
WWE.
Okay,
exactly
okay.
the same. But he punched this guy in the chest, and I was like, and this guy, his entire day was destroyed from taking that one hit.
You know the comedian we were saying, I can't say his last name, Nate Bargatze? Nate Bargatze.
He's coming here
Bargatze.
this week or so. Or
I don't know if he's already been here or not. But I've been watching his Netflix specials. One's called The Tennessee Kid.
Bargatze?
Bargatze. Yeah, somebody
like
text
him.
me how to say his last name. I can't even tell you. But there's a bit he does because, true story, his father was a clown. A magician growing up and a clown. That's what he did. Like his father was a magician.
Oh, man.
So his thing is like not so much of a stretch that I'm a comedian. And he said that this one small town he was going to perform in some magic. His dad was going to perform magic in this town. Now Nate was doing stand up and he had a following and they're like, Nate, why don't you come and you're going to surprise your dad when he does the magic trick. The big reveal is going to be you. And then you'll do 5 minutes. That's how we'll close out the show. He's like, okay, great. And then he does this whole thing, but like nobody knew that Nate was his kid. And
But it
nobody
fell
knew
flat.
why he was there doing stand up. And he goes, it was like really obnoxious, like really awkward because you'd think just like you, Eric, the guy takes off the prime
Yeah.
mask and you're like, I don't know.
That's a problem in 2024.
I mean, it's like,
There's-
yay, who is it? I don't know.
when it comes to
you.
dating, it is hard to tie it all back in with a bow.
you.
Everyone has so many different likes. And
Right.
there's so many ways to follow
Right.
people now. 20 years ago, 15 years ago, you pretty much all watched the same show.
It was a roll of the dice.
You only
though.
had everyone watched Lost.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. We could talk about here's
Everyone
like,
has just streaming their favorite streaming service. Everyone has their
Yeah.
favorite anything.
and here's what morning radio was 20 years ago. When I was living in Philadelphia, I had an apartment that was 620 square feet. I remember that because it's the first time I had to learn what square feet was. I could never understand what square footage was, size-wise. 620 square foot apartment. So I had a living room, I had a bedroom. And there was one spot next to the breakfast table. If I stood there, I could see the TV in the bedroom and the TV in the living room. And I had to watch 2 shows at once because we did not have DVRs. We cannot rewind it. You could record it on VHS in 2001, but we did not have, TiVo had just started in
I was about
2004.
to say TiVo
expensive.
wasn't out yet.
TiVo wasn't out yet because the next
There's replay
morning,
TV.
that's all we talked about on the show. We would interview people from Survivor. We would interview people from The Sopranos. We would interview people from all these shows. How I Met Your Mother.
There weren't as many
Or
choices.
whatever the show was.
Desperate Housewives, though, that'd be remember on a Monday?
Desperate
we
Housewives,
talk
Ryan, remember
about
that?
that, yeah.
26 million viewers on a Sunday.
Maybe
We
a
talk about
topic.
what happened the next morning on this show. We did an entire hours on American Idol's finalists and how they
But
sang.
now you can if you like. I'd love to talk about the Curb finale last night, but
You're
A
gonna ruin
lot
it
of
for
people
somebody.
haven't seen it.
yeah, because people watch it on
There's
their
so
own
many
time.
other
Oh, yeah,
things
that was
for
the
it.
last
The
one,
last
right?
episode ever of
sad.
Curb Your
Sucks that
Enthusiasm.
it's over.
Funniest
This
show.
show is just, oh my God. If you've not watched that show,
It is
Kevin,
not for,
Eric,
it's
and
not
I.
for everyone.
No.
It's a certain kind of comedy.
It's like a dirty Seinfeld is what it is.
yes.
Somebody is asking on text, have y'all ever been to a sports game alone? If so, how is it?
Yes.
I'm going to my first solo basketball game tomorrow. I'm kind of scared, but not going to stop doing things alone. No, I've been to a sporting event alone. Have you
I
been
went to a World Series game in, what was it, 2017? What? Wasn't the last time that we were there.
But you can strike up
Time before.
convo with
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
on the left, on the right, up in the
Yeah.
bar.
And you're all there- you're
I
all there
went.
for
I
a
had a
reason.
straight ticket last minute.
That's easier to do
That's
that than go to a bar and just.
You can
be
high
by
five
yourself.
people when they score and you make friends in your row.
Depends where you're sitting too. If you're way up at the top, maybe it'd be harder. But if
Yeah,
you get
just
that area
trickle
with
down.
with that bar inside, what's at the club level or
When you're by yourself, it's easier to move seats. You're less
Seat
confused.
migration, yeah.
yeah.
When you're alone, you can work it down to the bottom.
Provided you can get past security into that section.
You just keep walking, Ryan
Most of them
Chase.
are
Oh,
people like-
they're down there. Thank you.
The key is
yeah.
always
Yeah,
act
just
like
keep
you know what
walking.
you're doing. That's
There's
all.
only-
That's all you got to do. Act
there's
like
only-
you know what you're doing.
Let's say, look at your ticket, then you're screwed.
Yeah,
then
there's
you're
only
out.
one time that I thought I was actually going to get arrested for trying to change seats. And I will tell you about that time because I'm still traumatized from it at NRG Stadium. Like, legit, I thought the sheriff was coming for me. Oh, my
God.
Yes. And we have Missy Elliott tickets to give away. We'll do that next in Scoop on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Get ready. This is Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
KRBE.
It's the Eclipse Scoop, my
Yes.
friends. But we do have tickets to give away here in a few minutes for Missy Elliott, who's coming back to town. Can you believe it, Toyota Center?
Oh
Yes.
my gosh, with Timberland,
Yes.
Sierra.
July
Wow.
20th, this will be a summer show at the Toyota Center. So stand by for those tickets because first we got to take care of some business. As you know, here on the Roula and Ryan Show, we have a whole family of personalities that surround us. We start off the morning with the whole show. Then Sam continues till noon. Audrey Rose comes in after that. And then Audrey Rose continues on with Kevin Quinn. And then after that is Laura for H-Town Live. Kevin Quinn is all about eclipses.
He loves this stuff.
I did
Yeah.
not know how much into the eclipse Kevin Quinn is. But he is making his way to Kerrville, Texas to be in the center of totality. And he is checking in with us right now. Are you on the road or are you already there, Kevin? Hi, welcome to the show.
I am actually standing in front of the Kerrville Visitor Center. My wife is inside the Kerrville Cracker Barrel.
Buying a whole bunch of stuff you don't need.
Now, what is
Under Chachi shop.
what is the normal population of Kerrville, Kev?
It's about 25,000 guys, and they're expecting about 500,000 people here today.
Oh
my
my
gosh.
gosh.
That's
You
crazy.
better make sure you got your tank filled up.
You better go
Did
park
you
at the
find
Cracker
parking?
Barrel and
Yeah.
sit there all day until it's time to go outside and look at it.
So, what time is the
Yeah.
eclipse hitting there?
So 1:34 is peak totality. That's when the moon will be completely obscuring the sun. It will be as dark as night here for about 4.5 minutes. Where I stayed last night, because you couldn't find a hotel or any place to stay here in Kerrville, obviously, when we started to research coming over here.
Did you rent an
So
RV?
we stayed.
Stay
Yeah,
in-
we
sleep in your
no,
truck?
we stayed. You know, Cumulus helped with this because we're kind of covering for the radio station, and I'm doing my show this afternoon from here. So they put me up in the finest place in Northwest San Antonio.
La Quinta.
The Comfort. No, even better, the Comfort Inn. So
Nice. All
Found a
right.
spot, though.
You get free waffles, don't you?
Nice.
Don't they have waffles?
yeah,
there?
there was free waffles. There was free waffles. But we got up
Hell
this
yeah.
morning at like 5 a.m. because I thought traffic was going to be bonkers getting out here, but it actually wasn't bad on the
That's
road.
good.
Is it cloudy there? Like here, it's cloudy.
And we're going to get
Okay,
rain here.
so-
What's it going to be there?
It is. There is kind of a gray sky, kind of overcasted, cloudy. But I'm looking. The sun is shining right now.
Oh, cool.
If you've never been out here at Kerrville, it is the middle of hill country. It is gorgeous.
Isn't that
and it is
where
right
Johnny
in the middle
Manziel
of
is
totality.
from? Kerrville, Texas. Johnny Manziel? Is that where he's from?
Is that?
That's why I know Kerrville the most.
I don't
I'm
know.
not sure about that, but I do know that Kerrville is actually the home of HEB. This is where the original HEB is.
Oh,
It's like
really?
a 700 square foot store. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay, so now you were carrying a lot of equipment. One of them looked like a bazooka.
Hey, what was in that thing?
Okay, so that big thing that's one of the KRBE tents. You know, our stand
Oh, I
up.
thought it was like a
Oh.
big
Looks like you bought some new fancy
He thought
telescope.
it was something
I thought it was
super
something cool,
cool.
like
Oh,
No, it's not a telescope. I got the broadcast equipment. I got a tent. I had a huge, because I didn't know, if we're going to get stuck on the road or not be able to pull over anywhere and eat. So I got coolers full of food.
Oh my gosh!
God.
Ready?
You legit thought you were going to the wilderness, man.
If you
Oh my
watch,
God.
Isn't that
he
Buc-ee's
read a
anywhere?
list. He was reading a list yesterday. I saw on social media. I'm like, what's he need all this for? This.
Yeah.
You're not going
we
in the
packed
woods.
for days. Yeah, we packed like a roll of toilet paper
Like
in case,
doomsday preppers.
Yeah, your doomsday preppers. Okay.
Well, did you buy some hair and tail and mane? Is that what it's called?
You've got
mane and tail. Mane and tail for your new perm.
Oh yeah, it's like a perm.
For those that can't see Kevin Quinn's new do, you can go to KRB socials to see the solar eclipse and his curls.
It's his
Exactly right.
eclipse perm.
No, I have been letting it go. I haven't cut my hair since November, and it's just a little experiment to see how long I can go. It's driving my wife absolutely crazy. She is not a
Did
fan.
you go and get a perm done, or did you do it at the house?
No, I didn't either. No, this is the thing. That was a joke. This is just my natural curl.
Oh,
it is
well,
really,
congratulations.
This is just how it is.
Okay.
Yes, this is just how my hair goes. Yeah,
nice.
I just put a little mousse in there, baby, and that's how
Well,
it
you
goes.
protect those curls from
That's how you
those
keep them
harmful
curls.
UV rays and protect those eyes with the right goggles and all the things that you need for totality today.
So you're going to be doing
in curl.
social media stuff all day, right? So we can all follow along and obviously listen to you.
Keep an eye on the social. I'm going to try to live stream it on the KRBE Instagram this afternoon.
But isn't your
right
iPhone gonna
around
melt?
1:15
Oh, no.
to 1:30.
Yeah, your iPhone's going to melt.
Your iPhone's going to melt.
Kevin was more concerned. Special K was more concerned about the iPhone lens than the people's eyes.
Yes.
Oh no! I've got a protective cover for my iPhone.
See?
Yeah,
Because he's smart and he knows. And he read the
That's right.
NASA release.
A condom.
Right.
A condom?
Yeah.
A phone condom?
iPhone condom, no.
Do not
Okay.
do not film the sun directly with your iPhone. You'll damage the lens unless you have a cover for it.
Okay, thanks. Ow.
Why don't you try it?
Yeah, that's
Bring an
loud.
extra one, try it just to see if
That's loud.
it works. if it
Okay,
does
well,
that.
Kevin Quinn, we'll follow you on all of KRBE socials, and we'll see what your snacks are going to be.
I can't wait
what
to hear
meal you're going to eat.
your play-by-play because you're usually on at 3. So
Is it going to be like Sarah Jessica
That's
Parker?
yeah, you're going to be like,
Oh my God! What is happening?
Moved to tears.
It's glorious.
I can't wait to
All right,
listen.
Kevin Quinn, thanks for checking in. Say hi to your
Thanks,
wifey.
guys.
Go get a
And
nice
enjoy that
I
Cracker
will.
Barrel. Enjoy that
I
Cracker
will,
Barrel.
guys.
Yeah, what do you-
oh,
what
yeah,
do you-
there's
what are you getting
it's
for
full
breakfast?
of hungry seniors. What's
Yes.
that?
What are you getting for breakfast there? They have some good breakfast. They got the one with the.
I'm getting the old timer breakfast. It's 2 eggs over easy and the hash brown casserole.
Oh, and then you can play a little peg game,
Yeah.
too.
They cut them little half moons
I
today.
thought with the egg in the bread. They cut out
I
the
can
middle.
never get past ignoramus.
Egg in a
ignoramus.
basket.
Yeah, egg in a basket's good. Yeah, the ignoramus.
I don't know
When
what
you're
that
playing
is.
the peg game.
Ignoramus.
I've never played the
You
peg
never
game.
did that?
I've been there one time my whole life.
You don't look
game.
like a Cracker Barrel person.
No.
And I've been there once
Let me
for fun.
take you with.
Thanks, Kevin Quinn. Have a great day.
Bye, guys.
Yay.
All right, we got Missy Elliott tickets to give away, guys. Missy Elliott's going to be here Saturday, July the 20th at the Toyota Center. It's a pair of tickets to see her, and everyone she brings along for fun. If you're caller 10-713-390-KRBE, Ahmad will grab your information, and you're on your way to the show. Well, we're out of time. I can't tell you much about it.
Hey, yo.
9:20.
KRB's Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Okay, so the other night, I actually went to the movies. I haven't been to a movie theater in so long, but I noticed Cinemark is doing something kind of cool. If you're a Spider-Man fan, they have Spider Mondays. That's starting today. They're bringing
spiders in your
Webs.
seats?
That's what
no. They're bringing all 8 live-action Spider-Man films to Houston theaters, all the Cinemark theaters. Everything from Tobey Maguire to Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland.
So you can do like a marathon of them all on the same day? That's
Well, no,
another hour.
every Monday they have a different one.
Oh,
They're not
okay.
playing like all 8 films. That
Is
would
it free?
take- Well, no, you got to buy a ticket. I mean, it's not free.
Stay home and watch it.
Well, some people like seeing movies at the theater.
Big screen. See, they don't have screens as big as yours.
Yeah, not
at home
everybody's got your Daddy Warbucks movie screen.
Because you have a
at
whole
home.
wall screen.
I invest in my fun.
I invested.
I don't
my
do much in life. I
fun.
don't go to bars. I like to stay home and watch movies.
Let me give you a little background on this. I remember when Eric and his wife were building their first house,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, "I don't care what you do, I need a media room. That's all I care about. I will lock myself into this room and watch everything
And
on
you
this
did.
giant screen."
Yeah,
and there
right.
was a
And then
time
COVID hit, and I
in
was
the
like,
framing
"See?"
of that house, if you remember, Eric, that there was a chance you were not going to get your media room, and Eric almost flipped tables. Like he was like, "What? No."
That was my
we have
dream.
to have a media room.
My whole life I wanted
That's
one.
all he wanted in his house. He didn't care if he even had a bathroom in his house. He didn't care if his children had bedrooms. He just wanted a media room. So
And I
can
use
see
it. A
how
lot
you
of people
can't
don't
go
use
back
theirs.
now.
I always hear people complain, well, we never use it.
Do you watch games in there?
And now
Like,
your wife's complaint is we never see daddy.
yeah,
Our
you were watching
children don't know who their
WrestleMania all
father is.
weekend long.
WrestleMania, I was watching all
Did you
weekend.
watch the Mavs beat the Rockets 147-136?
Yeah, that sucked.
That was not
we're
a
up by
good one.
3 with like 20 seconds left, and we had 2 free throws. We missed both. And instead of just following like Luca or somebody,
Mm-hmm.
so they have to shoot 2 instead of 3, we let the guy shoot a last second 3 to tie it. Overtime, we got our butt kicked. Sucked.
That's some of the best part.
So
of
now we're
watching
knocked out. Can't
sports.
be in the playoffs.
Oh, that's
What?
such exciting
They're
news.
officially out. They can't
Officially
be-
out of the playoffs.
Yep, the run for it. So
Oh.
it's all right. They're great future. I'd rather have their future than Dallas's future. They only got like a couple good players, and we have a lot of young guys. We got a good future. Their future's average.
So now all the games they play are just for fun.
Yep. Poops and giggles. That's what we're doing.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that. Have some fun.
Great.
Cheap tickets.
Exciting
Yep.
news.
Come
Hey,
see
get
our
my-
game.
Okay,
Can't go
coming
to the
up next.
There's
playoffs.
only like 2 games left.
Yeah.
So
Did you miss what happened today on Roula and Ryan's Roses Update with Tiffany telling us what her choice was after the Dragon Lady phone call last Thursday? Oh, let me recap you on why there was a Dragon Lady, Sam. And you're going to hear all that and more next on the Roula and Ryan Show.